Jai Sri Ram, friends. Welcome to Bharat Marg. So happy to see you here. And today we are going to discuss about Justin Trudeau, PM Justin Trudeau's terrorist law, okay, and how it is putting Canada in recession. And you have to see this video. Absolutely how the whole Canada is going in downward spindle to recession. Basically, it's making one man's ego is making Canada more poor and poor. We will show you that. But before going further, friends, please go ahead and like the video, comment on the video, share the video as much as you can. And also, friends, please make sure to subscribe the channel if you didn't already. And also press the notification bell to make sure that you get notified as we go live, and you can ask any questions, you can give your feedback and become the part of the conversation. And also to learn all about Sanatan Dharma, you can send us a WhatsApp today to +16479644790, along with your name and where you are from and what language you want the dharmic message in, because we send it out in multiple languages. Okay, so you can get on the language of your choice. Please send it to us and we will love to stay connected with you. But before going further, okay, friends, you know what? This is Justin Trudeau's terrorist law. I'll just say you what. Okay, let me start with you from G20, where it all started. Justin Trudeau could have very well avoided going to G20, in my opinion, just because, why to go all the way and get insulted and come back? When a prime minister of the country is insulted, it is really the country that is getting insulted. Isn't it true? When the prime minister of the country is getting insulted, it's a country. What sin Canada and Canadians did to get insulted because this man goes and absolutely gets bashed by all the world leaders? Nobody wants to talk to him. He had a meeting before with the Italian prime minister, lady prime minister, right? And he goes and talks to her regarding how to honor the transgender. Okay, I have no opinion on it. That's not the purpose of this video. And she bashes him left, right, and center. Okay, and he comes, then he goes and does some idiotic thing with the Chinese president and gets slapped and come back. And this is what has happening. But let's talk about G20. G20 is an economical forum, and when Justin Trudeau was there, he could have very well signed a contract with various countries. He could have invited a lot of businesses to come and invest in Canada. Do you think he did that? No, he didn't come out of the room. In fact, he didn't go to the dinner, and he avoided the dinner and stayed in the hotel room. Can you believe that? And not only that, and see, you had to compare two countries, folks. When G20, I don't even know, he got an invite. Okay, here is India, which is sending its satellites, rockets to moon, to sun, and whatnot and all. We are becoming a leader. Right now, just 7 months back, India sent 100 satellites in one rocket. Okay, India is becoming a destination for budget space travel. Okay, budget space travel. And of course, now we are with the extended relationship with our brothers and sisters in Africa. It's going to benefit a lot of people in the world. Okay, for sure. But he goes there and see Canada. This prime minister is coming. I never heard in my life that a world leader is coming for a summit and his plane is so broke and it breaks down. Okay, and the guys say they got sabotaged by Indian government. Shame on you to talk about your host like this, right? Because so many world leaders come and go, and you are just one among them. You are not such a big person, to come and because they want to kidnap you because you look so handsome and you are single now, they want to take you around. Come on, what kind of nonsense is that? I just want to say you that you need to have a flight that can work. Okay, your flight, at least when you go to some of the developed countries like Bharat, where they are leaders on space technology, at least you have a good flight. Okay, is my thought here. But yeah, can you believe I never heard? I don't know if you heard before. Comment here. Your world leader is going for a summit like G20 World Summit, and he sits there as an uninvited guest for 2 more days because he has nothing else to do, and he sits there for his plane to get repair. Even if our car breaks down, you get a CAA or AAA something and comes back, you get a rent a car and whatnot and all. But poor Trudeau. But that's not it. The where the he takes the tax paid money, tax money, and goes all the way to Delhi and comes back empty handed with nothing, absolutely no agreement. No, because see, here is Canada. Canada is the land of one of the biggest land of the homelessness. Okay, people living on the road and no money. The mortgage has increased thrice to 4 times. And what is Trudeau doing? Just supporting the terrorists. Now let's come to the topic on what is love for terrorists. His dad did that. Okay, because of who is he is a prime minister. See, we call these countries as democratic country. Is it really? Yeah, if Trudeau's father was not a prime minister, can he even become a prime minister? What other qualification he had other than being a let go or whatever you call that drama teacher? Okay, so any which way, that's different subject altogether. But you know what? He didn't do anything for the Canadians who struggle. And see, inflation is so high. Every item has doubled and tripled. People don't have money today folks are, I know, I have been in Canada for a while. People are good people, no stealing, nothing. Today the grocery stores here are putting security guard because people cannot afford grocery and they have to steal. That's the situation today. Okay, and he is not able to control the inflation, control the joblessness. He's control the mortgage, and hence not able to control the homelessness. It's there everywhere. In the winter is coming, poor people. I'm saying, my heart bleeds. But anyway, you go to G20 kind of economical summit and don't even sign one agreement, and you come back barehanded, just empty hand. All you and your son did was go there for a trip and stayed in the room. I don't know, God knows what you did in the room, and you came out. That's it. Okay, friends, after this, I want to go. After coming here, for whatever reason, he wanted to please his buddy, Jagmeet Singh. Okay, the Khalistani leader whose passport is banned in India. Okay, you had to understand, Jagmeet Singh cannot go to India. Okay, he is not welcome there. And because terrorists are not welcome there, so he is not allowed inside India. Do you know that? If you are a Canadian, you had to know that when you are putting a vote. Okay, and to please him, what this man does, he says, oh, why did you kill this terrorist? Who I gave the citizenship, who I made him to sit here, everything. You remember the guy who fought against American Muhammad, the jihadi. He paid $10.5 million in his first term for a jihadi who got arrested in Guantanamo Bay. Okay, and his terrorist love, Justin Trudeau's terrorist love, is well known. Okay, but this time he took he just started biting something which he cannot chew. That is with India. Okay, but let me say you what happened, why I believe, because of this man's ego, the Canadians and Canada are the biggest losers. Okay, let me show you this so that you get it. Okay, now this is this is a news right now. The Mahindra's Canada based associate, okay, firm gets dissolved. Mahindra Canada News. Mahindra held 11.8% stake in Recession Aerospace Corporation. Okay, Canada-based associate firm of Mahindra and Mahindra gets dissolved. Okay, the auto giant held 11.18% stake in Recession Aerospace Corporation. Recession has received certificate of dissolution from Corporation of Canada dated September 2023. Was informed the company Mahindra and Mahindra said it in a regulatory filing upon liquidation of Recession. The company is entitled to receive approximately 4.7 million Canadian dollar, equivalent of 28.7 crore, as distributed as proceeds towards a Class C preferred shares held by Mahindra. Okay, see, basically what does it mean? Okay, 10% of the stakes company, 6.3 million Canadian dollar to be paid in cash. What does it mean? The Indian companies, okay, they see, think about it. These guys, the I5, they call themselves as I5. They have a different set of rule. Okay, if you kill a white guy, you are considered as a terrorist. Okay, but if you kill a brown guy or a black guy or anybody, see, that's why you have so many unmarked graves in Canada. They are not even considered as a human being. Okay, think about it. The terrorists who kill in India are not called as terrorists, they are called as activists. His dad did the same thing. That's why 300 plus people, they asked for Parmar. Okay, the intelligence report given to Canada said, we want this person because he is going to do terrorist attack here from your soil. You are funding him, you are protecting him. Okay, guess what? His dad said, no, we don't give you. And guess what, folks? He ended up blasting the Air India flight, what we call Air India bombing, and he ended up killing 300 plus people. That is one of the biggest in the entire Canadian history, biggest terrorist attack in the entire Canadian history. And many people, I know Justin Trudeau doesn't care for brown or black people, but many white people were there also, Justin, in that, just to give you some information. Okay, and guess what? So the companies are feeling the pinch, like Mahindra and Mahindra. They think, what, Canada is not the safe place, because here, if here there is an attack on minorities. Think about it, folks. This could be one of the country where the minorities are on the major attack just after Pakistan, Bangladesh. You have to understand that. Why I say this? In last 6 months, close to 15 to 20 temples only, not church, not synagogue, not mosque, only Hindu temples were targeted and looted and broken and vandalized, and no police action was taken place, friends. No police action. And whenever the Hindu businesses were attacked, the police had looked the other way. Okay, look the other way. No problem. Okay, because they don't want to offend their boss, friends. But when the freedom rally happened, the police came knocking every door. Oh, you put the social media post like this, you put the social media post like that. What is freedom? Okay, let me say you this one. You have to understand that when Justin Trudeau says that in Canada we respect law of the land, you know what? He is the biggest hypocrite in the world. Okay, because why I say this, folks? Okay, you have to understand Justin Trudeau. Okay, Justin Trudeau, what he did was freedom rally when it happened. okay, freedom rally, when it happened against the vaccination, guess what, folks? The people were, women were manhandled. Okay, no human rights, no human rights. Women and men were beaten up and they were manhandled, and their emergency was brought in, and they were put in jail, and their money was stolen by the government from the bank. Can you believe that? All this because this man thought the protest cannot happen in Canada against his regime. Okay, and guess what, folks? At the same time, he put his nose in Indian matter and supported farmers' protest. He was teaching a democratic country. Yeah, he runs a country like Cuba and Pakistan and Bangladesh, and he was teaching India how to handle the protest. And I want to ask Justin and his bed buddy, Justice Jagmeet Singh, how many people's my bank account were frozen in the protest? They protested there for 1 year. 1 year. Okay, so people, the companies see it, they see this hypocrisy, and they say, we don't want to do any business with you. Okay, think about it. Now this is the Indian companies. India and Canada had a great trade relationship, and guess what? Now they are pulling it back, pulling it out, and pulling the money out of the market, and it is going to hurt. The Mahindra is just one among them, and many are on the line. They are just waiting for the time it is going to happen. Now another thing, let's discuss about it. This is a big one. Okay, see, Indian students come here to Canada. Okay, and I speak to many of their parents, because we help a lot of our Hindu children, and they come here, and now many of them don't want to come here because of the racist attack. See, when the worship place in the country is not safe, okay, for your community, you don't want to send your children, because a racist attack happens against Hindus. Hindu children are being butchered in the colleges. It doesn't even come to the main newspaper. You have to understand, there is no freedom of newspaper in Canada. Whomever listening to it should understand. Canadian government gives money for every newspaper, and you have to put what they approve of. Otherwise, they will stop giving you money. Okay, these are all the tactics they follow. And guess what? Now, how many people come here from India? You have to see this. Almost 50% of the foreign students who come here are from India. Okay, come to Canada are from India. And guess what, folks? You have to understand, that is a $30 billion industry. 30 with a B, billion dollar industry. The Indian students give here. And now what is in jeopardy? Let me say you why I believe Canada was already going to recession. Now Justin Trudeau, with his stupidity, has pressed the gas pedal so that Canada can go to recession more faster, and Canadians can go broke and struggle for food much faster. That's what he has done. Because now, you know what, Indian government has put a restriction on the visas. They are not giving visa for Canadians. I am going to talk about it a little bit, but they have told the Canadian government to reduce their staff. They said, you don't need to have so many people here. Your people are putting nose in our internal matter and doing things that is not recommended. So you better clean up your act and pull your people back, said Modi government. And it is not a Chinese Gandhi government which was acting down the tune of the masters sitting abroad. You have to understand that. Modi government is a very rigid government and growing from 5th largest economy to 3rd largest economy, one of the fastest growing economies in the world. So, guess what? They said, we are not going to process any visas for your people, and you are processing. Okay, for till now it is okay. Okay, we don't know, because I am hearing from the internal sources that is whatever you have seen Justin Trudeau is just a trailer. The main movie is yet to come. Okay, guess what? Because you act like Pakistan, you will be treated like Pakistan. Okay, no questions about it. Okay, because you are a terror sponsoring state. That's who you are. Because your dad protected the terrorists, and they killed more than 300 plus people by bombing the Air India flight, and same thing is being done by you. And guess what? Now the students don't want to come here. They think it is very unsafe place to come here, folks. That's what it is all about. Okay, the students, who will you send your children to Canada kind of place where you see there is a lot of racist attack. Okay, because they hate Hindus. And because if you may say no, they don't hate Hindus, then how will you allow the worship places getting attacked, one of Hindu community? Then how will you allow Hindu businesses getting attacked? Then how will you allow Hindu students getting attacked? Then how your police in Canada is holding the terrorist Khalistani flag on their car and going parade around the city? How is it possible? Okay, how is it possible? How is the Canadian police attending the Khalistani events? Okay, these are all the questions what Justin Trudeau has to answer. And guess what? The racist attack, motivated racist attack against Hindus are highly increasing. Okay, and so see here, this I'm quoting you from Times of India, so I'm not prejudiced. Okay, students explore the alternatives to Canada. Recent strain in Indo-Canadian diplomat, and also you have to understand, Indian government has clearly said that if you are going to Canada, you are going on your own risk. Okay, because there is no safety there. The same warning they gave in Ukraine when the students were there. Okay, you have to remember that they have the intelligence to do it. Okay, so people have experienced that in Ukraine, how sharp was the Indian government's intelligence report and their recommendation. So they don't want to come to Canada. Okay, stay concerns and potential hate crimes in Canada. Okay, see here, in recent strain in Indo-Canadian diplomatic ties may impact the number of prospective students heading to Canada for Canadian education. Safety concerns and potential hate crimes in Canada are causing students to consider alternative options. Experts suggest that the fear is real, could lead to shift in preference towards other countries, as seen in the past with US and Australia. Friends, you know what? I just want to say why it is important for you to know why it is helping the recession to come fast. Because you are talking about a yearly $30 billion industry, okay, for students. Now the people, Hindus who are here, they are recommending their neighbors, they are recommending their known people, please don't come here. Here is a country where the terrorism is sponsored by the government and there is no safety. The break-ins are high, car theft is on the high, inflation is high, stealing is high, crime rate is high, hate crimes are on the high number, worship places are being attacked. Okay, so they are advising their known ones and loved ones, please don't come here. Okay, so you know what? So what happens now? What happens? So see here, this is another example of the this thing. It is like what you call third world country. Lawrence Bishoni, one of the gangsters, okay, claims responsibility for the Khalistani terrorist Sudhul Singh's killing. But where did he get killed? He was killed by 15 bullets right in Winnipeg. So all the gangster violences are now happening right in Canada, and people don't want it. Canada was a peaceful place once because of the sheltering of terrorists, and it is doing it. And people now, the Hindus at least, who are talking to their families, they are saying their loved ones, don't come here. Okay, isn't it true? Will I like my people to come here and struggle? I won't. So they say that, and their parents are very afraid now to send the kids. That is a $30 billion industry. But more than that, folks, you have to understand, It's not the only the educational institute, it's a real estate it generates. Okay, it is the real estate. Everything you go around, okay, what you see, what the real estate and the low level job market, the not able to get filled, and technology. Many of the Indian students who come to Canada after the studies, they happen to settle down here, right? Like you go to some place, you have been there for 4 or 5 years, you can ended up settling down there. And here there are a lot of their friends folks here, so they don't have no problem, they settle down here. But that fills a major amount of technical employment gap, because most of the people who come from India are very, very smart. I'm not saying this is prejudiced, okay? I'm just saying you go and see the IQ of the Hindu student in any school. I want to bet you guys. Go and see. I'm not giving a racist statement here. You go to school, they are hardworking kids. They go and learn. They don't get into any kind of criminal activities, crime activities. The Hindu kids are a cut above. Okay. If you are wrong, if I am wrong, comment and let me know. Okay. Guess what, folks? So the filling of the technological position, and initially when they are student, filling of the low level jobs are not going to get filled now. So businesses are going to go under. One way is because of the immigration businesses, travel businesses are going to sink. And also colleges. I was talking to a college correspondent yesterday, and this man was saying their college has a strength of 40,000 people, out of which 20,000 are Indians. Now, even if you have a 10-15% drop before the Indian government puts a full ban, before they say, no, you are not going there because it's not safe for you. That's it. If something like that, if it escalates to that level, okay, now they will not send their kids. Indian government is not going to send the kids to Ukraine, because they know that is a dangerous place. But if Indian government feels the same thing and puts restrictions on the travel to Canada, guess what, folks? It's all done. Okay, but even otherwise, there will be a reduction of at least 20 to 50% people. That means you are talking about somewhere around, okay, 10 to 15 billion dollar of going in the drain because of one man's ego and stupidity only in college. But other than that, they have to stay, they have to eat, they go to movies, they go to bar, they whatever, right? So they go around, they rent a car, they buy a car, all these economical thing that comes with, okay, it's not the people from India. Okay, the real students who are coming from India are not coming here as asylees. Okay, you have to understand that. Well, they are smart people. Okay, they are smart people, and they come here and they add a tremendous value. You can see it in US too. Okay, they are afraid now. The quota is open for scholarship. Previously they used to say, oh, no, this much percentage is for this person, this much percentage is for this person. Now US opened for scholarship for all, no discrimination to anybody. And guess what? Who is getting the maximum scholarship? Hindu children, folks. Okay, you had to understand that. Same thing in Canada. You see, you know what? They are hard work. This is a hard-working community. Yeah, they are not going to stand with terrorists. They work. They add value wherever they live. They don't get involved in the crime activities, which you love. So this is draining. They want to keep themselves away from the criminals. They want to keep themselves away from the crime activities, and they don't want to take too much of risk by living in a country which is like where the gang wars is happening, crime rates, high hate crimes, and all those things. So they will stop coming. At least they will reduce majorly, and the Hindu companies are pulling out. This is going to put Canada in a tailspin towards a recession. Okay, this is my thought, and this man's ego can end up breaking Canada, which is already broken. Okay, with the gang wars, with the homelessness, with the poverty, with the inflation, etc. And what do you think? And here is a guy who who gave an ultimatum, friends. This guy gives an ultimatum for Hindus that you get out from here, and the government says nothing. Government says nothing. Can you believe? Can you talk about any other community like that? Think about it. Hindus are 2.3%, folks. Hindus are 2.3%. These guys are thinking that Hindus cannot swing the vote. Hindus cannot swing the election. I want to say these guys, okay, like Justin Trudeau. Think about it. You do anything to Hindus, they will take care. But they consider Bharat as their motherland. Okay, your wife is gone. Okay, but if you happen to talk to her or ask her, okay, does she still respect and love her mother's home even after marrying you and divorcing you? Okay, ask her. You will know what is a motherland and its love. Okay, yeah, these are all some culprits who come here and work for the money to please their Pakistani biscuit throwing masters, but that is different part of the story. But anyway, friends, what do you think? Do you also agree with Justin Trudeau pushing Canada to recession and it needs to be stopped? What do you think, folks? Comment here and let us know. We'll love to hear from you, and looking forward to talk to you in the next video. Till then, Jai Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Ram, friends. Stay connected, stay safe.